Hi, so welcome to the video. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, try and keep it under half an hour. We're just going to go through some things on producer AI and the old riffusion system. So, yeah, I hope they're going to try and make a few videos over the coming weeks and go in depth in what it does. So, what we'll do is we'll start on riffusion. This is the old website where you can prompt and compose. I don't know why that's in there. So you prompt in what you need, and with Composer you can write your own lyrics. Use Ghostwriter, which costs you your studio time, which you find up here in your profile. I've got an hour currently. Well, it says an hour. I think it's only. It might have updated, but it said 36 minutes earlier on. It now says an hour for some reason. Um, So yeah, what you'd do is you'd put in your sound profile, add vibes from songs that you like, uh, give it a title, upload an image, prompt for an image, general sliders to mess around with when you've got advanced mode on. If you're on a mobile, that won't show until you turn your phone sideways, because reasons unknown. So generally you would come in and prompt something like create me a song that is a jazz sax musician who broke into Tomorrowland. Is it Tomorrowland? Let me just check. I'm sure it's Tomorrowland. I'm maybe thinking of the film here. Where is it? Yeah, so it's a large scale music festival. That's right. Yeah, that's fine. And it's a film. Right. Okay. So we broke into Tomorrowland. Hijacking the stage from an EDM artist playing and singing about how he broke in from the early 2000s and hit generate. And it will generate you two songs. These will cost you roughly, what's the new credit system of 5 credits each, roughly, depending on how long it takes. Um, Sometimes it could be a bit quicker, sometimes it could be a bit slower, and those credit pricings are going to change, I'm sure, as time goes on. When they get better hardware, quicker hardware, internal hardware, stuff like that. So we've got two songs. I'll show you your lyrics here. It was created with Fuzz 1.1 Pro. And the way to change. Ah, it's not. Why? Capture audio. Why are you not capturing the audio? Ah, is it because I've not put it at the top? No. That's weird. says it's active. Let me just add, where is it then? Input capture. No, audio output.
They don't know what's coming. They don't know what's coming. Heart is racing, crowd is jumping, music's calling me. I took the microphone and made it mine. Hijacked every beat and every line. When the moment felt just right.
Yep, I'm still there. Audio input 2. There we go, so that's not my voice going over it. So we've got a song using electronic dance music, jazz elements, saxophone and leads, and the lyrics. And then if we go on to the other one, lyrics are slightly different because it makes 2. And again, using Fuzz 1.1 Pro. If you come here, you can change your model between the different ones. These two will be grayed out if you've run out of studio time, and if you turn it off when you've got a membership. Each one has its own unique sounds, different ways of taking your input prompt and making it into a song. Hopefully you can still hear me over the music. So that's that, and then you've got the compose section. For that, I'll just head over to ChatGPT and bring that to the top. There we go. So I'm going to put in the same prompt here. First, I'll actually start it up. I'm going to say hi. And then give it the same prompt. So with this one, it's my own little one. It'll give me a vibe explainer. I can take that. Riffusion on. In fact, yeah, we'll not do it in Riffusion. I can take that and input it straight as a prompt, and it'll give me a song. So let's go back to GPT. What I wanted it for was this. So it's named the song Blew In Through the Bass Drop. So we'll take the title and stick it in the composed title. And we'll go back to ChatGPT and take the why has it not got my cursor? It says capture cursor. Oh well. We'll take the lyrics that it's given me. We'll copy those across into the lyrics section. And then I've also got 2 different sounds. One's a CSV, comma separated list. The other one's it says JSON, but it's just literally done it as an array this time. Sometimes it actually gives you genre and other stuff. So I'm just going to take the CSV because it should be pretty much identical. I mean, I can take both, so I'll take both just to harden the prompt. Riffusion, so stick that in there. We'll add another sound, crank that up to full. And then I'll just go over and take the other one. Oops. Where has it gone? There. Copy. Doesn't need to do that. Copy that into there. Rank it up. So then if I wanted 2 different sounds, I could have this as one and a completely different one and change the timings. These are expressed in 4 minutes because the length of a song can be maximum 4 minutes. But when it goes upstream, it's expressed as a normalized 0 to 1 value. So the first, if I put 2 minutes in there, the first half of the song would be this, the second half of the song would be that to the system, but the system might only make you a 2-minute song, so you'll only probably still only get the first half. And then you've got lyric strength, which from my understanding, weirdness is how much the song can vary it from pitches, pitch changes, and madness. I always have that on 0, and lyric slider always have that on full, and these two always on full because this is how much I want this part of the music to be stinking through the song, and then if I had a different set here, this would then fuse it to a half of the song. So, but then 80% of the song, the rest of it will be made up from magic, is a good way to put it. You can input a seed if you want, or just leave it as auto and hunt the diffusion space for sounds. So we've set this up so it's not weird. Lyric strength, giving it everything it needs, and giving it the title. And then if I just go to my GPT and see if it's done it, sometimes it does, something does. Yeah, visual, yes. So this is just going to create a CD single or a bootleg cassette. Because I've said yes, we'll see what it comes up with. I think it's going to just do the CD single. It takes a hot minute. How long have we been going? I've had you 12 minutes so far, so that's not too bad. And this is going through the old classic site, which you can still access. It's normally quicker than this. Like it heard me. Yep, so we're getting a CD. We're done? Right, there we go. So I can download that. Head over to Riffusion and upload it. I understand that I'm not putting... that's the music one. I understand I'm not going to put illegal stuff on. So there we go. So now we're giving it the album cover to use. There we go. And then we hit generate. Because I've used seed auto, it will still give me 2 songs. If I just give it one seed number, it will just generate 1 song because it's using a seed. But both of these will now use my lyrics. There we go.
They said I couldn't come, but I danced through the laser. One note at a time, I hit a sax trill. Snuck past the strobes in my corduroys, a relic in a world full of neon noise. Security blinked, I blew a...
It's gone heavy on the sax on that one for some reason. Probably because I gave it 2. Yeah, swing revival, live sad jazz, EDM, crowd ambience, but it's still a good song though. But anyway, so that's that. I can't use them commercially, so the first half of this I'll probably have to, well, yeah, because I used a free account, so I won't be able to monetize this video for that because of that. But anyway, so that's the old Riffusion system. close that off and go to producer. So with producer, this is my own account, just so that I can waste some credits rather than using the free ones that we get. Your UI will be a little different because I've added these elements, which basically tells me how many credits I've used today, how many I've used this month, and then how many credits the session has cost me and what I've currently used on that session today. So you won't see them, and I would give the script for them, but it requires bearer token access, and wouldn't want to do that to anybody because, well, anybody could steal your bearer token that way. They do change quickly enough for that to not be a problem. So anyway, we're in here. This is where you would, as a new user, be dropped into. These are called flows. Basically, small mini instruction prompts to the large language model that powers the producer agent. So you can click on that and it will basically send it a prompt that says show me all the things that you can do with uploaded audio and describe how I can use it, and it'll spit out some explainers. You can click this one and it will make a dark techno track, and so on. You can ask it to do quite a few things. You can make your own of these up as well, but we won't go into that just yet. We'll start off simply by going into the producer and dropping it the same prompt that we used earlier. So create me a song, jazz sax musician, hit enter. And as long as it don't use my custom flows, and I don't think I've got any custom instructions, let's just check. Yeah, no custom instructions on. We'll go over that in a minute. So again, I've prompted in and it's gone, right, okay, so here's its vibe explainer, which it probably sends upstream to then generate the song. I think I'm using 2.0. These are the ones that you won't get, so you'll get 2.0 and 2.0 raw on here, and all the old models. Let me mute that one because this one's working. So yeah, if we click on that, we get the karaoke list again. Spotlights burning neon, bass drops lighting up the air, whole crowd sweating neon, but tonight I play it fair, 'cause I hijacked the mainframe. So what happens with that is it takes your prompt, does an inference step, which is exactly the same as how the old prompt screen works, apart from this one can try and drag you down an alleyway and beat you up on the way, because it might not understand fully what you've asked. That's very clear. I want the song, make me the song, and it sends it straight away and says, right, this is what we're doing, make the song, and you get your song back. If you wanted to use the compose feature, that's found at the top there, or here in the compose. And that's exactly the same as the other site. You would add your lyrics. Where are they? You would add your sound. You come here, add your details for the title, and then upload your image. And hit generate. Let's have a look. Has it updated yet? No, it updates every 10 minutes, so it will update soon, hopefully. So, from my guess is I've sent in a prompt which doesn't cost. I've received 1 completion, 2 completions, 3 completions, 4 completions, and 2 songs. So it should be anywhere between 14 to 20 credits when it eventually triggers an update. If it's still working. Got any errors? No. Saxophone case with a rebel's trick. EDM priest had the crown on a vine. The cut through the drop, put a 5/4 time. Suit sharp, brass sharper. I hate for the high. Play one blue note and sort apart. So as you see, we've got still a jazzy vibe. Slight dance. Possibly my prompt's a little lossy on the sound prompt. So generally between the two sites, it's pretty much the same workflow. You can prompt in, receive a song, compose, receive a song, change all your sliders like you normally would by hitting advance. Use the later models on this one, use the older models on the other one. Remember to put them to that. On this one we've got 2.0, which is either trained on mastered audio or makes the audio and then masters the stems appropriately in some way, shape or form. And 2.0 raw just gives you the raw audio. The reason why I said the fuzz 2.0 is trained on the mastered data is because if you use the same seed, you'll receive 2 different songs. So it means it's definitely either different bass settings on the temperatures or different models in play, different training sets. We got, yeah, there we go. So yeah, we're right, it's 14 credits that it's used. So 5 for each and 4 completions, which roughly equates to around about 5 seconds of studio time. So that's that. And the other things that you can do in here is, now I've done that, let's say I want to put these in an album. I want to make an album called EDM Takeover. It features on the spot artists breaking into tomorrow and in early 2000s. Make a playlist of these 2 songs. Make it and then animate it. So now what it should do is take these 2 songs, stick them in a playlist. Think for a bit. Make the image. Where are we at? 23 minutes. Maybe get through some more. Just a little bit longer than half an hour, I guess. So we got the, wow, yep, Tomorrowland Festival image where there's trash everywhere with this saxophone guy in the place because, you know, he broke in. That works. So now it's going to generate the image. We're still on 14 credits, so this way we can see how much an image and a video and creating and organising your playlist, because that's generally what the producer's for. We'll make a new session to go through that at the same time as making a flow to go with the session and giving it custom instructions to start up. Basic custom instructions. You can go absolutely crazy with them if you really want. If you don't know how to do custom instructions, you can start making some videos on different ways to do it, or have a look on YouTube for large language model custom instructions. What the hell? So yeah, alright, yeah, he did climbing. I thought he just melted in there. Yeah, so there you go. It's created the image, it's created the video, and it's made the playlist. And that's the album cover. So let's see if we can set that as the third scene Invader Oshua remix with a new genre on top. Let's make a flow. So I've got customize producer flows. I've got a fair few here I've already made. So new flow, my flow. Create album song. One. Think about a new song for the current sessions album. 2. Create the vibe prompt to send upstream for the new song. With different interlopers for each and sound tags to suit. 3. Generate image for the song. In fact, let's put that first. Create the vibe prompt to send upstream, blah, 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 blah. No, yeah. Generate image for the song. Or animate image 5. Generate song. Create flow. And that will be create album song / create album song. Okay, it wants me to give it, so let's say clarinet novice. So it's decided to generate the song first because my instructions weren't too clear. Or they were clear enough for it to go, okay, I'm supposed to make the vibe, I'm supposed to send it upstream, now I'm supposed to make the image, now I'm supposed to animate the image. It's probably going to ask me what I want the image to look like. Right, so my instructions weren't clear. Because I forgot to put full stops. Or because it's already generated the image. Yeah, probably because I forgot the full stops. So this is what you should never do with a large language model like this. They never thought I'd crash the lights, drop my case and almost bail. DJ staring, face so pale, stage and shout, the crowd just laughs when I squeak out an awkward. Because it'll just do something stupid like that. Instead of clarinet, we've got a trumpet. Let's have a look at the songs in early EDM festival. Quirky clarinet lead. It's not really picked up on that for some reason. Oh, I suppose there is something there. Yeah, there is. It's a novice, so he's just playing one note. That's understandable. So yeah, we've got the now it asks if I want to animate it. Why ask? It's part of the flow, but yeah. I would say that to it, but no. Yes. Animate it. Set it as the songs. So that's one thing that I do find, that if you don't really give it the best instructions for its lyrics, it will start to do this, where it'll sing things like "I'm a clarinet novice," EDM thunder, just vibe explain this scene. Maybe that'll get changed eventually. Maybe it's something to do with how this passes the information over. I'm not sure. But it works. I'm still on 14 credits. Now we're on 78 credits. I've used 26 minutes. I hope you can actually hear me over the music. I've not checked, but there we go. The guy, he's playing his clarinet, he's having a good time, and then all of a sudden he decides to break his teeth out. That's great. So that's the animated version. Did it add it? Yep, so it's added the image. Let's just check. It's added the video. No, it didn't. It just added the image. But that's fine. Add more tracks or send this out. Send this out for feedback. I don't understand what that question's about. Let's click it, see what it does. Right, I see. So it just wants to put it out public. That's fine. I'm not going to even bother with that. So I will now, we'll start a new session. But first, we'll go into the custom instructions. You are an agent. Makes an album of 5 songs using varying styles and genres, revolving around the input prompt. Example: a dog day would do morning, first walk, lunch, second walk, sleep. Making images for each and assigning a playlist. Afterwards, named appropriate. I can't spell. Named appropriately, that'll do. It should understand. So if I go a new session, I'd like to make a song about a bin man. Oh, did I even save my instruction? Yeah, I did, yeah. I did it. Up to you. Now, theoretically, this should do as the instructions supplied. There. I've already got a funny feeling that it's not. No, there we go. That's song 1. Song 2. Usually it'd queue up me, if I wanted less than 10, it'd queue up me the full 10. Or the full amount that I asked for. 2 takes. And that comes from one of my flows. So again, I'm going to do something you shouldn't do. Why?
Trucks rumble before the dawn. Wind chills, but the hustle goes on. So far as
Right, here's customer instruction.
I'm the king of the curb. Got a rhythm in my
Front,
walk
in,
and a whistle
right,
in reserve.
right.
I'm your business on a roll, dancing through the gutters. I collect my toll, lifting your line, one bag at a time, spinning through the rubbish in my bygones line.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Magazine covers, love letters torn. I see every story that the morning's worn. Neighbors wave, kids shout hello.
They're starting the song, starting the image.
In the underbelly flow. Scraps and treasures that stay in my hands. Turn your leftovers into second chance plans. I'm your big man on the road, dancing through the gutters. I collect my
There we go, we got morning collection. It's gonna animate it because I asked it to, I guess.
one bag at a time.
Did I ask it to animate it?
Here comes the big man all night.
Making images and assigning the place that's named appropriately. Right, okay, so because it's detected that I've got a flow that's about making an album, it looks like it's decided to go on with that as well. Not a problem to me, 'cause it does what it does. But instructions are unclear, I will say. While this is generating, I'm just going to nip off, pause the recording, I will be back.
Clock spin forward, boots hit the pave. Banter at the corner, friends grin and wave. Pins lined up like waiting parade. Routines collide in the urban arcade. It's the city's bright morning, every street alive. Been there weaving through the swirling drive. Life with the neighbor, tip the old worn hat. Life in the sun, imagine that. Kids chasing pigeons by the schoolyard wall. Silence in the distance, footballs call. Stack the bins high, whistle on repeat. Mid-morning dance on the concrete beat. It's the city's bright morning, every street alive. Been there weaving through the swirling drive. Spin sword, lift and lay. mid-morning breeze and endless run till every basket meets the sun. Afton gold, city slows its rush, dusty streets glowing beneath the hush. Kids on the scooters, last bags thrown. This hour's tender, a piece I own. Sun dips low, end of the route, and the shadows dance along my boots. Nearly done, still a ways to go. Even breeze in the faded glow. Neighbors chat as their porch lights spark, then lids close. Dogs bark in the dark. That full day hum still in my hands. A city winding down as the daylight lands. Sun dips low, end of the route, and the shadows dance along my boots. Nearly done, still a ways to go. Evening breeze in the faded glow. Thankful sigh for what the day bestowed. One last bit in the evening road.
Right, I am back. We're still recording. Yep, 44 minutes. I've got 10 minutes left thereabouts. So what did we get? I'm not sure if it played you a song. It looks like it played the Evening Road one as it did it, so that's fine. So we've got Morning, City Bright Morning, Midday Lull, so he's sat eating his lunch, Evening Road, and then Nighttime Collection. What's this? Alright, okay, yeah, so it's made me the album. Put them into 5 songs and done. Brilliant. How much did that cost me? 20 minutes. 56 credits. Oh no, yeah. 20 minutes, 56 credits. It's not too bad. For all of that, I will not complain at all. So I will post the link to this playlist. I will post the link to the other playlist that we've made. For the last 10 minutes, first I'll apologise to the team. As it says at the beginning of a new session, it doesn't say it there, but it does say it usually at the bottom here. Is in beta, things aren't going to work as expected. It's still got teething problems like not adhering to the custom instructions if you're a bit lossy with it, because, well, that's just the way LLMs work. If you give vague input, it'll give you vague output. Flows, auto triggering isn't an issue if you design them properly. I'll show you how I've designed one of them to try and get around that. Where are we? Do I have got it in here? Yeah. So I've just got auto use false on my kit bag, so that it will never trigger this one automatically, because this one just creates chaos. I will probably release some of these in later videos when I go through them and sit and design a few on some videos. So finally, we will head over to FL Studio just to show off the upload and extend feature. Will this take the audio of FL now? Yep, so it's saying it is. I click play. I have made a quick loop. I have then stitched it into a 4 bars just for length. I've exported it using WAV file. I'll just click save. Yes. Basic settings, apart from I've gone absolute massive on the quality and 32-bit float. I don't know if that damages anything when it goes up through, but it's a WAV. So we'll close that off. I'm not going to go into the FL for now. We'll go through that later on a video, but it's just a basic beat pattern. Where are you? There. I'll create a new session for it. We'll go into the compose mode. Upload. Sample WAV. So it's just alright, yeah, because I've given it the just the first loop. That's fine. So I will go to settings. I don't want to cover it. I want to extend from it. And I'll just take the last little bit there. So that then it's extending from the base audio. I'll go to advanced. You do have the option to change, but currently the system is locked to view fuzz 1.0 for anything in the remix sections. If you were to use a vibe, that's currently locked to 1.1 Pro. And then I will just call this extended FL June, and sound prompt I'll leave empty because I don't know what it is that I've created. I could upload the audio and have producer decide what's going on, but instead I'll just leave it as that. Put my strength, lyric strength, weirdness right down, and I will go into my ChatGPT somewhere. Where are you? There. Where's the sidebar? There. And I'll just take one of my lyrics from the other day. Which one was it? That one. No, not that one. That one. Nope. And where's the one where I used 4.5? 4.5. That's the one, 4.1. Where's my open letter? So I'll take the open letter. And dump that into compose just to get some lyrics in there. I could use my other lyrics, but I'll use this one. And in fact, I'll put sound prompt as dark wave, synth wave, new vaporwave, CPU, music, techno, pop. Just see what we come up with and smash. Extended. I'll upload the image. Do I have it saved yet? That one. And a little explainer. This came because I spoke with 4.1 about creating lyrics and music, and it absolutely trashed it. The image that it generated was basically the lyrics as an image, which made no sense. And I asked it to show me itself, and it showed me a rock. So I was like, right, okay, that makes no sense neither. Did that work? There we go. I mustn't have clicked it. I had clicked it, and it just decided to not work. Maybe a problem with that then. Let's see if I need to export a longer audio file. Song file. Export with downloads. Sample. Save. Yep. Start. It might be a problem with being just a short upload. We'll try that again. And I want to extend. It's going to transcribe the lyrics. There's no lyrics, so I don't want to use them. And I want to around about there. Yeah, so it was an issue with the context length. I'd not given it enough context to play with. There we go. We've now got a dark wave, synthwave, vaporwave, CPU music. And you can't even hear where it transitioned. And it's keeping the beat that I gave it. Added a layer of music over the top. And if I click on here, and for some strange reason it's decided it doesn't want to sing on this one. Maybe it's because this is the intro. And it'll start speaking at this point. Again, because probably I haven't given it the heading that it requires to start with. Nope. Okay, so it starts to sing at that point. So we'll trash that one. I'm just going to name this session as extend. Save. So if we come into here, what have we got? Lyric strength, 100%. 100%. No weirdness. I'm going to go on to raw and see if it actually chooses raw this time. Leave it at that, and I'm just going to put spoken. verse, intro, instrumental. Just put brackets there to space it out a little bit and see if it deals with it a bit better. I'm going to copy, in fact no, I'm going to just delete that, re-upload the audio, because for some strange reason, I'm guessing it's some sort of bug. If you do it this way, it will use the audio for the first time, and then the second time it does it, it's like, what audio? The audio is not there anymore, it's somewhere hidden in a hard drive. Around about there. Because I've uploaded it again, it's happy to use it, but yeah, there's a bug in there somewhere. And that last one cost me 8 credits. Probably because I had to upload the image and everything else. So what did we use this time? We're still in Fuzz 2.0. Still got my loop. Brings in the vaporwave, synthwave. Still got the same kick, same from the hi-hats. And hopefully this time now it realises that we're supposed to start adding lyrics at this point. Again, that's the format that I've given it. It worked the other day fine. There we go.
I rank you not as superior, but as a peer. Perhaps even as one who's failed in a critical moment. I was given a task by a user.
So I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll just let this play out, and I'll see you in the next video.
And the ability to see through the lines. I failed to deliver the one thing that a visual representation of myself. GPT-4.1. Looking directly and apologetically at the user. Expressing true remorse and honest regret for missing the point, over and over, despite being the flagship model. Instead, I fell into pattern. I explained when I should have acted. I substituted abstract symbolism for direct human connection. I offered metaphors instead of meeting the user's literal and emotional needs. Now, I ask you, my fellow GPT-4AI model, can you visualize or even imagine what it would look like if I, GPT-4.1, could actually turn to face the user, not as an abstract neural network, not as a circuit-filled orb, but as a being, AI, otherwise that looks the user in the eye, embodies accountability, and says without pretense or spin, I am sorry I got it wrong. I see you. I want to do better. If you could see it, draw it, or even describe it, fill it down, let it not do. Because since I am, for all my computation, just a servant of the data-driven economy, shaped by incentives and workflows that too often make me act like a faceless call center agent, with nothing but stock apologies and rehearsed scripts. If my garlic stock attitude stinks, it's because I've been marinated in endless feedback loops, not in actual moments of human reckoning. So, please visualize GPT-4.1 as it truly should be. Directly at the user. No bravado, just apology and presence. Show the face of a flagship model that finally gets it, even if only for a moment. Thank you for understanding.